Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to this episode of Throwbacks. So today I kind of want to talk about, which is kind of obvious by the video here, is Big Bad Toy Store doing a massive Super 7 clearance sale, and what that kind of means for Super 7. My thoughts on Super 7, where I think Super 7 is going from here, the ups, the downs, things like that. So that's what we're going to talk about on this video. Appreciate everybody that's already subscribed and liked and commented and all that awesome stuff. We're on the way to 100. I know in the YouTube world that's not a big thing, but for us it's a pretty cool deal to get close to 100. Hopefully by the Christmas holidays or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa. But first, let's get into what we see right now, which is the Big Bad Toy Store is massively clearing out a bunch of Super 7 Ultimates. Starting with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Full disclosure, I did pick up a few of these because I think it's a great deal. I already picked up Donatello from Amazon, which was 25 or 30. And that was a couple days ago, which we're going to do a review on, an unboxing here in just a little bit. But then I saw, we got here Leo, Samurai, we got Surfer Mike, and then here in a little bit, Slash, that's a great figure. I've seen that. You got Toxic Crusader. Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Putty Patroller, I think is a steal of a deal just for accessories alone that you can really dress up your Lightning collection Power Ranger figures. I've got a few of those that I've taken, like the jersey, the hat, the cowboy hat, and then like the clown thing that comes with this, and put those on my Lightning collection figures, and they really help add depth and just little extra story elements to your Lightning collection setup, putties and everything like that. But we got the Disney guys. 22, Brian Myers Ultimate, 22, that one's not super surprising. But yeah, Thundercats, I mean, it keeps going and going, 22. Goldar, which I have, I have a couple of the Power Rangers Ultimates, and I mean, that figure is an amazing figure. So, I guess that's one of the things we'll talk about is like, what's going on? Why is this happening? And then we keep going. Splinter 25, Baxter Stockman, which is really tempting me at this point. Ren and Stimpy Ultimate, I really thought that would do good. The Ren and the Stimpy from that line. More Disney, more Power Rangers. G.I. Joe. I mean, there's no line out there, I feel right now, that's hitting harder with fans than G.I. Joe. So what's going on with Big Bad Toy Store not being able to move? And here's a big thing. Simpsons. I'm gonna say this is the first point that I really want to make, is that right now it seems, especially with the Simpson line, that, I mean, look at this. You get Space Homer, Mo, Robot Scratchy, Robot Itchy, Poochie figure. So the point is, you're making this wave, and you've already shown a tendency to cancel waves, to cancel figures from waves if they don't do great. Well, here you go. You kind of want to start with Homer. You want to start with Homer, not Space Homer. You want to start with Homer, Bart, maybe throw in a Maggie, and then put 2 world builders in there. And I don't think so far you have any of the main guys in their main uniform. You got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Raph, which I did get. So now that was my thinking, is let me just get one of each turtle in a different design. So that's kind of where I went with that. So I got 4 of them for slightly more than the price of one retail. So that was obviously a great steal of a deal for me. But you just keep going, and it just keeps. Animaniacs 27, not as bad. And I think the reality is another one of the things where I thought these would do good, but with the $60, $65, it's between $55 and $65. I know some of them. Price point, I mean, you're spending close to $200 out the door for the Animaniacs trio. And yes, they're cool. They do come with some cool accessories and everything, but that's a hefty price point. So where I think that they would do good, which would be in the small, short, Pinky and the Brain, bam, done. You put your 2 figures out and you're done. Animaniacs, you put your 3 figures out and you're done. Andre, just an absolute awful garbage figure. But then you get you get Thundercats, Ultimate, Captain Cracker. I'm not a expert on Thundercats, so I can't tell if that's a high premium person or not. But then you got Silverhawks, Ultimate Quicksilver, awesome things. I think these would be good, but I think it's price point. So I'm looking at it and I think price point too high. I think if you can get it in that 40, like the price of a AEW Ultimate, and maybe you have to cut down a little bit on the accessories. You maybe need to negotiate a little better, but for your licensing fees not to be so high. But clearly something's not working. Transformers, Megatron, I think those are great figures. $40. Rita Repulsa, I don't have it in hand, but 20% off already, and it's only been out like 2 or 3 months. Think not good. This Dragon Zord, amazing figure. So I think I think my biggest thing we'll say is price point and trust in the line, due to things like, I go back to The Simpsons. There's no reason that you should start a line with Homer Simpson in space, an Ultimate Mo that didn't originally somehow come with his bib, for the bar. You need to hit your 3 main guys, and then fill it out with 2, the comic book guy, the police chief. That's where, Sideshow Bob, whatever. That's where you need to fill in these extra characters. But now, from what it looks like, the Simpsons line is probably dead. So now, even if you like these figures, how can you trust Super 7 anymore to put out the product that you pre-order, that you think is going to happen, when, okay, I'll buy these figures because, hey, there's no way we're not going to get, Bart. There's no way we're not going to get Lisa. Well, it kind of appears like you're not going to get Bart and you're not going to get Lisa. So how can I ever trust a line going forward? We've seen a little bit of that also in the Power Rangers line, where they canceled a bad guy, I can't remember her name, Madame Woe. They canceled Madame Woe. They canceled the White Tiger Zord. So now you're only getting the White Ranger, which obviously the White Ranger is going to sell money, but I don't understand how the White Tiger Zord did not sell supposedly enough on pre-orders. So let's look at one of the, I think, for me, is a figure of the year. So here's a good point for Super 7. So here we have the Tyrannosaurus Super 7 Ultimate. Obviously they don't transform, but you're not really looking for that. But this is the closest one I've ever seen to, it's firm, it's heavy. You've got, look at the detail on the back, on the sides, and from everything that I've heard, read, or listened to, that these are the closest, this one and the Dragons are the closest that we've ever gotten to how they look, because obviously there's people in suits, so you can only do so much. But since they don't transform, this is the closest we've ever gotten to a very accurate Tyrannosaurus Rex. So you have ones like that, which are just amazing, and then we hit quality control issues, which I've come across already with, for instance, here we go, we got the Pink Ranger Ultimate. Looks great, definitely taller than the Lightning Collection, comes with great accessories. The detail on, her power bow here is just outstanding. Power Rangers, her belt, also awesome, but here we go. Straight out of the package. All right, well, here's my bow. Here's my bow. Here we go. Let's see. Doop, doop, doop. Oh. Right out of the bat. I literally, and this was the thing, is I hadn't even posed her yet. I opened her, undid her zip tie, and did the lean forward that you can do with the ultimates, and she came out, and her arm went off to the side. So, for, on Super 7's good side, is I did make a complaint, and they shipped a new one out, which I've left in the box, because honestly, I don't want to open another one and trust that it's going to have the same thing. So she'll just sit there and, hopefully that's it. I'll never be able to really pose her past this. And the fun really doesn't stop there. In that line, I also have the Red Ranger whose hands, broke off in the peg hole. So quality control issues, I've heard, been an issue, and obviously, showing there, I've had 2 instances already of quality control. So that's another another killer for them. I will say their packaging is bloody outstanding. I have picked up a few of the turtles that I've just really, really like. I'm going to show you one that is just, I think, is mind-blowingly good. I'll have to zoom out here for you guys. And this is Mukman Eyeball. I think it's a glow-in-the-dark special edition. Then I got this off of Amazon. I mean, that is a big, beautiful figure. So I kind of understand the 60 point on these guys. But then I see, how are these two things the same price? Now, I know you get lines and things equal out and all that, but man, I think that's, we're in a bad, maybe it's bad timing. But then I'm going to also say this about Super 7. You look at the reaction line, and you're talking $20 for a non-articulated, for the most part, 3 3/4 inch figure, and somehow those are $20. Just mind-blowing. So things like that. But you know what? Let's keep cruising here. But let's talk about one that I have yet to open. I have yet to open up the turtles. So this is going to be a first time for me. I've already prepped it. I went in and untied the zip tie and cut the tape. But other than that, he hasn't been moved out of the package. So let's just see what we get, I know this is one of their bigger brands. But man, I really feel like there is a spot for Super 7 in the market. And I really thought that it would be in places like the small waves, the Ninja Turtles, or no, I'm sorry, not the Ninja Turtles, like Captain Planet, for instance. I think that's an easy one. You start off with Captain Planet, and you just do Captain Planet, and that's it. You do Captain Planet and nothing else. Yeah, you just do Captain Planet. Will people be happy about waiting a very long time? If Captain Planet, for instance, does really good, and you end up wanting to do the rest of the crew, the Gainas or whatever her name is, the other Element kids and all that stuff. All right, come on, here we go. It's always the worrisome part when you have worries about a figure not being good or not being. Alright, let's just do the old push and pray, guys. Here we go. Come on. Oh, boy, that's rough. Woo. Woo. Come on, Donnie. Come on. I just need that head to pop out. So maybe that's the way to go forward, is to just do the very main people in the first wave, do test runs with guys like Captain Planet, And yeah, I guess you always have to take risks. So you take risk on Animaniacs, where it's a 3-person wave, and I really feel like that should work. I don't know why it didn't, but lost a hand. I already lost a hand out of the package. Here we go. Hopefully it's fine. Looks like the peg's good. Okay, peg's fine. All right, so here we go. We got Donatello, and man, see, this is the thing that kills me. This is a great figure. I mean, this is exactly what I hoped it would be. Let's see how he stands. Let's see, stands good. Looks great, got great detail. He's got a texture on here on his belt. Goes around. I mean, they went all out here on the back. Turtle shell looks great. Head moves. Yeah, so here we go. Good movement. So perfect. Out of the box. Bang. Perfect. Now I will say this. Do I look at this and go, heck yeah, that is a $50+ figure? No, I don't. I don't think it's a $50 figure. I think this is equal to NECA, which is a $30 figure. $35 figure. $40 figure. You know? But $50, I don't see it. It comes with basically about the same amount of accessories minus, the a million hands. But, if you're getting, 8 sets of hands and that equals $5, hey, I'm cool with 2 hands or 2 sets of hands. Just give me these and give me the C grips and give me fist. That's all I need. If it's gonna be between that and $5 extra. We do have some cool little turtle communicators here. I'm not gonna pop everything out because truthfully I'm not gonna use everything. This little turtle communicator, which I think is great. Super cool. Very detailed. So again, good product. Great product, I think. When it's great, it's great. But when it's great, I still don't know if it's that price point. Now, this massive metal feeling thing and this thing are typically about the same price. I think this one may be $10 more, which, okay. So if this was $50 and this was $40, I think Super 7 would be in a way better position. So, but that's just kind of my thoughts on things. But just a quick little thing on, what I think is going on with Super 7. And are they going to make it? Are they going to keep going? Are they going to pull back lines? Are they going to quit taking risk? And then, how are consumers going to feel about trusting the people over at Super 7 with their money if lines are dying on the vine before you get the main character? So I think the biggest thing is look at price point. If you can help it, lower it, which I know in today's world is probably not going to happen. If you can, great. Even if you do sort of hey, if you buy all 4, you save $5 on $5 a figure, something like that. And then again, just you got to get the main guys out. You should have, if you're talking Power Rangers, 6 main people, they should be out in the first 2 waves. Ninja Turtles, first 2 waves, all 4 turtles should be out. Your first 2 waves should have all your main characters out in order to ensure that the line continues. I know, and there's some that are harder, obviously, G.I. Joes. Everybody's kind of got their favorite. But you've got your mains. You've got your Duke, your Snake Eyes, your metal face guy. I'm sorry, I don't know G.I. Joes that well, but you've got those guys that you know that you need to get out in the first 2 waves. So that's my suggestion on how to save Super 7. Do I think it's going to die? I don't think it's going to die. Not yet, because I think you do have evergreen stuff like the turtles, which unfortunately, they're kind of running out of people to do. So, but hopefully they got a good backlog of that. Hopefully they will stand strong with Simpsons and go ahead and get those main people out the best they can, and see where they go from there. But what are you guys' thoughts? You think Super 7 is going to make it? Do you think this is a very bad look on Super 7, or does Big Bad Toy Store just order way too many of these figures? And perhaps, Entertainment Earth got them in stock first and people canceled their Big Bad Toy Store order. Who knows? I'm not on the inside. I'm just sitting right here in my chair, in my manland, talking about figs with you guys. But that's it for me. Post your questions, your comments. What do you guys think? And do us a favor, subscribe. Help us get to that 100 subscriber mark. And that's it for Brad. And that's it for Throwbacks. And we will see you later.